What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist bringing you yet some more info and lore on the Tyranid weapon and biomorphs. So let's dive right into it, guys. The Bone Swords are a melee weapon composed of living monomolecular blades that can drain the life force out of their victims. Crushing Claws have obscene strength and allow them to tear into tanks and rip armor with ease. Lash Whips are cords of muscle that move at lightning speed to slash at the enemy. Rending Claws can easily slice through armor due to their diamond-tipped fingers. Scything Talons consist of long, razor-edged claws composed of serrated chitin. The Acid Spray is a ranged weapon that fires caustic digestive fluids at the enemy. The fluids are so strong that the victims are reduced to shapeless goblets of liquefied flesh. The Barbed Strangler weapons consist of the Barbed Strangler and the Stranglethorn Cannon. These weapons fire seed pods that grow to maturity in mere seconds, spreading out spined tendrils in all directions. The Bioelectric Pulse weapons consist of the Bioelectric Pulse and the Bioelectric Pulse with containment spines. As a Trigon moves, it generates potent static electricity in its body. It then releases lethal electric at its foes. The Trigon Prime then fires spines along with electricity in them. Bioplasma. Some Carnifex can generate a roaring ball of bioplasma within their bodies. When provoked, they will vomit the resultant energy as an incandescent glob of fire. The Bioplasmic Cannon is a giant weapon that can channel bioplasma through a series of different ventricles to ensure the destruction of its prey. It unleashes a giant sphere of energy through its chamber, or it fires several focused streams of death through its surrounding barrels. Cluster spines are rows of quills that can be projected out at a considerable distance in order to impale its enemies. Death Spitter fires maggots that explode in a shower of caustic slime against the opponent. Devourer weapons fire worm-like parasites that burrow into their victim's flesh. They then eat their way out, or into the brain. The Druel Cannon fires globs of acidic digestive juices all over the victim. Thorax biomorphs include the Desiccator larva, electroshock grubs, and the Shredder Shard beetles. Some Tyranids have thoracic cavities that play host to swarms of parasites. Some of these parasites drain their victims' juices, others can emit an electrical charge that wrecks vehicles, and some even explode into acidic slime. What's up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist here with
Gersh1,
and we are ready to unveil something epic.
the winners of the Land Raider, Crusader, and Ord Redeemer, and the winner is... Boop. So all that person has to do, him or her, I don't know, comment down below, probably him.
Most
all
likely.
he has to do is comment down below. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm saying. So you have to message us, private message us either on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much any social media. We're on all of those.
Patreon.
Yeah, just instant message us with your name. Be like, hey, I won, and your info,
Address, all that stuff.
and get ready, guys, because from the previous Necron giveaway, some people didn't pick up their stuff, or they didn't claim it. So we're going to do another giveaway pretty soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's get back to the facts.
The Flame Spurt. The Pyrovore bioweapon spurts out highly combustible yet sticky sap that ignites on contact with its target. Flesh Borers are a frenzied beetle that ferociously digs its way into whatever it touches, be it flesh or armor. The Flesh Borer hive is similar to the Flesh Borer beetle, except that this beetle lays eggs which hatch almost immediately, and then the larvae begin to dig their way into the foe. The Grasping Tongue is a creature's clawed tongue which grasps at its foe, dragging him into a razor-toothed maw. The Impaler Cannon propels spines at such a high velocity that they can pierce tank armor. At the tip of each spine is a tiny creature known as a shard beast, which guides the spine to its victim. The Rupture Cannon fires 2 projectiles in rapid succession. The first is a bloated tick that bursts upon impact, showering the target in a thick, oily substance. The second projectile is a seed pod that reacts to its oily substance. The result is an explosion that can take down the thickest of armored vehicles. The Shock Cannon is a powerful electromagnetic wave that paralyzes any prey and disables enemy machinery. The Spike Rifle is a bony, muscle-like tube that launches harpoon-like spikes. Spine Fists are a weapon creature typically carried in pairs. They have a long tail that burrows through a limb to connect the gun's own air bladder to the airways and vents of his host. A larger host will exhale great salvos of spines, ripping through the flesh of anything caught in the blast. The Stinger Salvo are simple yet effective weapons that fire rows of meter-long razor-sharp spikes. The Strangle Web fires a mesh of sticky strands that ensnare the foe, leaving them at the mercy of the approaching swarm. Tentaclids are living missiles that seek out their aerial prey. They latch onto their targets with barbed fangs before emitting a massive bioelectrical pulse. Venom Cannon weapons are powerful bioweapons that fire salvos of corrosive crystals at tremendous velocities. Biomorph Upgrades. The Acid Blood is Tyranid blood so corrosive that it can melt ceramite armor in mere seconds. The Acid Maw is the mouth and teeth of some Tyranids that constantly ooze acidic saliva capable of liquefying flesh instantaneously. The adrenal glands are organs that secrete enzymes that will boost their host's metabolism to a hyperactive state of frenzy. Blinding Venom is acid spit used to blind the enemy. Regeneration. Some Tyranids can recover from horrendous wounds that should have been fatal. Toxic Miasma is a gaseous poison that some Tyranids emit. Toxin sacs are parasitic glands that coat the claws, teeth, and talons of some Tyranids with a variety of alien poisons. The bio-artifacts of the Tyranids. The Maw Claws of Thyrax. During the destruction of Thyrax, the dread beast that spearheaded the assault bore a symbiotic pair of fang-lined pincers. These terrible claws tore apart and consumed the bodies of those brave enough to stand against their monstrosity. The Norn Crown. First named by Inquisitor Cryptman, the Norn Crown is a unique parasitic organism that clings to the arrowed crest at the host creature's head within dozens of tendrils. Burrowing needle-like cerebral bores directly into the brain of its host, the Norn Crown forms a neurosympathetic link that acts as a hyperconduit for the hive mind. The Miasma Cannon is a bioweapon that none other have heard of before. This Venom Cannon fires goblets of toxin-laden slime so violent that it reduces squads of soldiers into shapeless puddles of organic goo in seconds. Whether vomiting noxious fluids in great torrents, these miasma cannons have been responsible for the death of many living creatures. The Ymgarl Factor. The Ymgarl gene stealers have long been a cancerous blight on the worlds of the Imperial. Their insatiable voracity is a legend amongst those that have had the misfortune to encounter them and live. Now dark rumors have surfaced of another Tyranid leader that appears to share the adaptability of the Ymgarl gene stealers. The Reaper of Obliterax was first encountered among the re-emerging Tyranid swarms of High Fleet Jormungandr. A deadly bioweapon resembling a bone sword, this sentient blade is commonly wielded alongside a lash whip. The Reaper discharges highly concentrated bursts of energy, and even the toughest of foes are ripped asunder. And there you have it, guys. The 40 facts on the Tyranid weapons and biomorphs. Let me know what you guys want to hear next time. Will it be the Xenos or the Imperium? Leave your comments below, like, comment, and share this video. And as always, I have been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, signing out.